Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Can you see my screen? So we can start, go over the price traps from yesterday, of course, taking a look if we have some new price traps for today. Just give me a 111 in the chat box or maybe a thumbs up or something like that if you can see my screen and if you can hear me loud and clear. All right, amazing. I see the thumbs up. Good. Let's dive straight into it. Let's first start with what we have on the Forex Factory for today. So like I said, yesterday we had the CPI on the pound at 8 a.m. And of course, we have at 8 p.m. The FOMC press conference, all right? This is going to have some impact, so please be aware of that. Also, when you're looking at NZD and AUD pairs for today, just be aware that during the night, we also have some red flag AUD and NZD news coming in, all right? Just to make you aware of it, like you guys know, I personally don't really care about news. I just follow my market structure and follow what the market is showing me. But of course, there are a few new news events I personally stay away from, and that's the FOMC, the CPI, and of course the NFPs in the market. All right, so good. That's for the Forex Factory. Let's go over what the market has done yesterday. Let's first start with AUD Canadian. Like you can see, market never came back for that retest. We are kind of creating some new structure here, so yeah, maybe on the end of the session I will come back on that and trap it again. All right, FOMC extra importance today. Bring me up to date, bro. Tell me why. I'm going to delete AUD Canadian and maybe I will come back on this one on the end of the session. Then we have AUD NZD. I was also waiting for the market to get a deeper retest, which is not happening here at this moment. So yeah, I'm just going to delete it. I want to have a clean chart for today. It's looking pretty nice to trap it again. So we shall see on the end of the session when I go through the pairs if I find myself some better opportunities. Now for AUD NZD, we were also waiting for that bigger retest or deeper retest, let me say it like that. And that didn't really happen, all right? So what did happen is we had this new resistance zone yesterday. We broke out of that during the day, during the night, and then we got our retest like 1-2 hours ago. All right, so this was a possibility for the breakout retest. Of course, I didn't give you guys this chart, so yeah, let's just move on. So FOMC is extra important today. The rate cut is expected. The question is with how much? First rate cut since COVID. Okay, this is indeed very interesting. Can be big for crypto too. Indeed. So yeah, we will have to keep an eye out on that one. For me personally, yeah, what I'm gonna do is pretty simple. I'm just staying away from the charts, and that's it. If I have some ideas running, I want to have them risk-free, or otherwise I'm just gonna put them risk-free. I don't want to make unnecessary risks, especially after our beautiful price swaps from yesterday. Okay, but let's move on and let's go further into that. For the people who are interested to really go more in depth on that information, just get yourself some sites like Forex Factory, investing.com, and all these kind of stuff, and do your own research on that. Like, what does it actually mean to have rate cuts and that kind of stuff? For the people within our community, we have a full Zoom call. It's a pretty big Zoom call where we have everything detailed with a beautiful explanation of Sander, of course. He gave us everything we need to know about the news. All right, so for the people in the community, get yourself on that Zoom call if you want to have more information about that. Now we have Euro AD. Euro AD yesterday gave us that small breakout here. It's not really what I was looking for. Personally, I'm going to delete it. I don't really like the chart anymore. Maybe I will come back on that one on the end of the session. Then we have Euro JPY. We got that trigger here. We got that beautiful entry. The market dropped for around 85, 86 pips. And then we shoot it back higher to hit or break evens, or of course the take profit was already hit. That depends a little bit on where your stop loss was, what kind of stop loss you have used. But in my opinion, the smallest stop you could use on this one was like around a 30 pip. So yeah, the 1 on 3 wasn't met on this one. Okay. Then, of course, we have the breakout to the upside. Now, I'm going to delete it because I got too much mixed signals here. We have that downtrending movement. We are reacting beautifully on the supply zone here. So yeah, I'd rather delete it than put myself in some strange positions. Good. Then we have Euro NZD still in between the zones. No breakout means simply no idea. And then we have Euro USD, which broke out to the upside. We got that retest here. I was like, okay, let's just see if we can follow up that that breakout to the upside. This didn't happen. Okay, markets just started to move sideways after the news. And yeah, the stop loss was hit on that one. Okay, so personally, just deleting this one. I will come back on that one. I will just trap it again and see what Euro USD can offer us today. Then we have GJ. It broke up, same a little bit like Euro JPY. We did get the retest in the zones that I wanted to see personally. So I didn't react. I got to be honest on that one. But it's good to see that the market is reacting pretty strong on this zone. So we are now running for like around 74 pips already. I would go for 25 pips, something like that, stop loss. So yeah, almost a 1-on-3 risk to reward in the back here if you were looking for the breakout retest to the upside, of course. It's just good to see that, okay? Personally didn't react. I wasn't looking to buy GJ, but it's just good to see that the analysis, the zones that we are drawing, that it's getting respected, okay? Good. Then we have NZD Canadian. NZD Canadian, yeah, we have two options here. I was waiting for that deeper retest. Didn't happen yet, of course. It can still happen. But what we do have is a new resistance zone, okay? And this is getting very interesting because we could beautifully have just that breakout retest to the upside and find ourselves a beautiful buying opportunity here of that uptrending movement. So let's see where we can get with this one, or we will get the deeper retest to the zones that I was looking for from yesterday, or we simply break out retest to the upside. Simple, right? That's it. So that's for NZD Canadian. Then NZD JPY did a little bit the same like Euro JPY and GBP JPY. Like I said, I wasn't really looking to buy the GPY pairs. I was especially very interested to get the sells out of this. Of course, because we didn't get a breakout on NZD JPY to the downside and GJ, we couldn't really look for sells on this ID. So personally, deleting this one. Remember, the very first rule we have is a 1 hour candle closure below our zones for the breakout, okay? Then we have USD Canadian, also still in between our zones. Let's see where we can get with that one, if we can get a breakout, yes or no. So remember, the only opportunity till now that we got was Euro USD that went straight to the stop loss. And now we come to the last ones. And these are the beautiful opportunities from the GPY pairs that I was looking for yesterday. Remember, I told this very clearly yesterday. If you were looking to buy this, that was not what I was talking about yesterday, all right? I was talking to get a deeper retest higher into these supply zones to then follow up that downtrending movement, okay? And that's exactly what happened here. We went all the way back to the supply zone. The market reacted pretty good on that. For me personally, it was like around a 40 pip stop just above that structure here, above that supply zone. And then we have the 1-on-3 risk to reward, okay? The market took off for around, yeah, a little bit more than 100 pips here, but still not the 1-on-3 risk to reward. But we are running in some good profits on USD JPY. Let's see where we can get with that one. Same thing with Canadian JPY. We came all the way back to the supply zone. Stop loss just above this structure here, which made it like around a 25 pip stop. The market went 75 pips to the downside. So 1-on-3 risk to reward is definitely in the back on this one. Okay, so that was exactly what I was searching for on Canadian JPY and USD JPY yesterday. And that's also what I told you guys. So if you were looking for the breakout retest to the upside because this zone is right over here, you didn't listen to the session yesterday, or you were just looking at the pairs in the channels, all right? Always make sure to just go to the recording on YouTube, watch the session again, and see what I'm talking about, see what I'm looking for in the charts, okay? I think this is pretty obvious. If you just zoom out and you look at the direction of the market the last couple of days, you see that the market is like going down for all these days already. So it's pretty, yeah, not the best idea to start buying this thing. Only when we start breaking structure, of course, okay? And that didn't happen yet, in my opinion, okay? So that's for Canadian JPY. Then we have the last one, that was gold, also a beautiful idea. We broke out to the downside. Then we had the news like between 2 and 3. And after the news, we got a beautiful trigger, okay? For me personally, it was after the news. How did I find myself at entry? Well, pretty simple. I went to the lower time frames, and the lower time frames was giving me some beautiful confirmations where we could see the market. Yeah, you could even say like this is a beautiful zone over here. Depends a little bit where you reacted, but we did get a beautiful opportunity out of this. All right, it was around a 50 pip stop, 200 pips already to the downside. So a 1-on-3 risk to reward was definitely possible. Now we have another, yeah, breakout retest kind of. We already missed it. Let me just show you. So you see this new low here, market broke out of it, came back for the retest, beautifully reacted here on this this supply level, and now we are dropping further. So now it's a waiting game. Let's see if we can just follow up that structure to the downside, like put this new support zone on this chart here, on this low. There we go. And then we simply wait if we can get a breakout to the downside and follow up the downtrending movement, okay? But of course, please, especially gold, be careful for the FOMC press conference from tonight, especially if Sander says that it's a very important one. I know the impact will be pretty big, okay? So please be aware, be careful, make sure you're always using the right amount of risk, and be aware that if you're still having trades running with events like this, slippage isn't that strange. All right, it happens that the market just goes straight through your stop losses or your break-even points or that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's simply because of the market is moving in such a fast move that the brokers can't handle the move that is happening, which results in slippage. All right, so please be aware of that. Always make sure to have the right risk, and don't risk too much on one specific idea. Okay, so that's it. These are the reviews from yesterday. Like I said, we had like one opportunity first, that was Euro USD. We had that stop loss, but then we had UJ, Canadian JPY, and gold that gave us that opportunity. Let's just talk about Canadian JPY and gold, because these two hit to take profit. Both 1-on-3 was to reward, okay? So what does it matter that you took that one stop loss, all right? This is trading, guys. It is part of the game. It is part of trading that you will take losses. I always say, like, it is impossible to have a win ratio without losses. Losses are part of it, all right? So accept it. Make sure you follow your plans, you follow your risk management, and you will get there, all right? Good. Let's see, 80 Canadian. I do like new structure. Pretty small price trap, but I do like it. Excuse me. So that's the first one. If you have any pairs, any price traps you made yourself for today, let me know. Always nice to see what kind of price traps you're looking for, how you look at the charts, how you make your price traps. Always nice to see. So don't be shy. There we go. That's number one. Canadian JPY, I'm gonna stay away from that personally. I don't like what I'm seeing. For 80 USD, it's a little doubtful, but I do like the new market structure here. Yeah, I do like it. Let's see. All right, I see a chart coming into the chat box. I will take a look in a moment. Remember, when you start with Pricetrap. When you want to trade Pricetrap, the very first thing you want to master is the market structure. So finding your highs and lows, finding your zones, finding the right trap, the right zones that you can trap the market in between. That's the very first focus you should put on. So just go back in the charts, replay mode on trading view, and start making these price traps. Start just marking up these highs and lows. All right, very important. A lot of people just kind of skip that part in price trap and just dive straight into the entries because they think like, yeah, Mr.Pricetrap is just showing all the price traps, so I'm just gonna follow up on these and find myself the entries. But personally, that's not what we want to achieve here, right? I want to achieve that you guys get into the charts and find the opportunities yourself. That you're independent of someone else. Okay. I'm gonna get back to your USD in a moment. GU, nope, don't like it. For GA, we could look for a retest back into the zone here to see if we can follow up this downtrending movement here. That's a possibility. There we go. So let's put an alert for the retests. There we go. And then we have the resistance. There we go. Oh, that needs to be an orange flag. Alrighty. GCAT, don't like it. GJ already took off. GN also not really the most clean charts. NZD Canadian, I'm very interested in that one. Let's see how we will develop during the day. NZD JPY, don't like it. You could trap this one, definitely. It's a good structure. There we go. Obvious high, obvious low. Let's see where we can get. We have that long-term downtrending movement here on SDUSD, like you can see. So we got to be careful for that. There we go. That's NZD-USD. Yeah, right. Then let me first check the chart into the chat. What kind of price trap you're looking for? Good. USD Canadian is still good. UJ, CAT JPY, I just leave them on there to see if we can have some deeper runs, if we have some bigger take profits, yes or no. Of course, gold. Let's see if we can really get that downtrending movement in here. So a new breakout would be amazing. Let's see if the CHF pairs are showing us something. Yeah, Euro Canadian. I was doubting about that wick over there. I do like the support zone, but that wick wasn't, or was yeah, not convincing me fully. But I will get back to that. Same as Euro USD, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Euro USD, yes. The CHF pairs are ugly. Doesn't look like it. Nope, I don't like it. Nothing new. CHF is CHF, you know. All right. What do you think of GU? I will get back on that. Let me first trap Euro USD. I do like that one. So, and Euro Canadian, I will also get back on that one just to take a look where that resistance zone or that wick that the market has created. There we go. That's Euro USD. Oh, Let's see where we can get with this one here. GU, I'm gonna check it in a moment. If I'm not mistaken, we have that breakout retest to the upside. Like we had a massive break to the upside, and then now we got a retest. I'm not sure if you're looking that way. Like this small price up here, we have that break and now the retest. That's the way you could look at it. What you also can look at is the breakout retest to the downside. And because of these mixed signals, because I don't really like what I'm seeing here, I'm just gonna leave it alone. All right. Of course, it's 100% your own decision what you're gonna do with it, but I personally, I don't really like it. Euro Canadian. Okay, this is a pretty strong resistance line. Let's see. There we go. And that will be the last one for today. These will be the price traps. We have some interesting charts. Let's see if we can get ourselves some opportunities during the day. Of course, if I see that it's getting a little too late, a little too close to FOMC, I'm personally just not going to do anything. Only if I get myself some opportunities before midday, then I will be interested. Oh, that needs to be support. There we go. And that will be it. All right, let me go through it. So first of all, we have AUD Canadian, pretty simple, waiting for the breakout retest. AUD USD, exactly the same. Then we have Euro Canadian, exactly the same, waiting for that breakout. Just as Euro NZD and Euro USD. For GA, I'm waiting for that retest back into the supply zone, would be very interesting. Then we have NZD Canadian, also waiting for a deeper retest or the breakout retest to the upside. Okay, then we have NZD USD waiting for the breakout, USD Canadian waiting for the breakout. Yeah, UJ and CADJ, that's simply seeing if we can get deeper, if we can run more in profit with these ideas. And then we have, of course, gold. All right, this is just a waiting game. Can we follow up that downtrending movement the market has created now? Or will we start breaking highs again and keep on crushing these all-time highs? Okay. Once again, let me warn you guys for FOMC press conference. It's a very important one today. As Sander is saying, the rate cut is expected. The first time since COVID. So this will have some massive impact. So please be aware. Also, if you're looking at AUD NZD pairs, NZD and AUD pairs, you will see that there's red flag news during the night also. Okay. Good. This is the price trap list for today. Let me now take a look at Bitcoin because we have seen some good bullish pushes, and that's exactly what I was looking for, kind of course, because I was also very interested in this supply zone. If the market could respect this and start moving to the downside or break through that, I think we got our answer. All right. We got our breakout to the upside. So I see the market getting in between these two zones here. So 61 and a half, something like that, and 63 and a half, something like that, is the zone that I will be very interested in. All right. Are we gonna move in one straight direction to that upside? Not necessarily. We can definitely. Where's my arrow? Where is my arrow? Here we go. We can definitely see the market giving us that retest into the man zones to then go higher, of course. Okay. And then see if the market can start creating that downtrending structure again, because we are in some very interesting daily supply zones. Okay. So let's see what we will get during the upcoming hours. We could have that retest. This is pretty simple, a price trap, a breakout retest here. But the longer term, yeah, we are still in that daily downtrending movement. The daily is still respecting that downtrending movement, in my opinion. which is here the supply zone that is very interesting to see the market maybe start dropping again from that point. Okay, like I said before, if I want to see bullish movements, I want to see this high getting broken. Alrighty, Ethereum, yeah, basically almost exactly the same thing. We can go higher with Ethereum here. We could go to these highs before we drop lower, but I do expect the market to take out these lows. Okay, alrighty, any more questions? If there are no more questions, I am ready for today. Of course, I'm sharing every price trap into the chat boxes, so into the Telegram channels. I'm sharing the charts, the links of the charts into the Discord channel, so the Discord community here. And of course, you will see the recording coming onto my YouTube channel, where you can just check the price traps again, look at how I'm exactly looking at the different price traps. Like, for example, the UJ and CAD JPY from yesterday. This was maybe a little bit a weird chart for some people that doesn't really understand what I was looking for, but I was definitely looking for downside movements. Check the recording on YouTube and you will see what I was looking for. I also showed you the zones where we could see a potential reaction. Okay, so thank you all for being here. I wish you all the best, and we see each other back tomorrow morning, of course, for a brand new price trap session. Ciao, ciao.